Hi everyone, this is Ben and Rupi here at Pali Yoga, and you guys are not here, but we are bringing yoga to you today. It's a 45-minute signature Pali flow class, and as always, we'll keep moving, but if you feel like you need a quick break or something, sit down, take a child's pose, pause the video, restart when you need to. Props are optional also. If you have them and you like them, you can use them, but I don't expect for everyone to have them. So let's begin. So we'll start simply as we always do. Find a comfortable seat, find a nice spot for you, 45 minutes of peace and quiet. And sit on a blanket or a pillow so you can sit easily. Let your spine lift up, let your shoulders drop. And just close your eyes when you're ready. And for a few moments, do nothing. Just sit. Right? In spite of being at home right now, it's not like we have all the peace in the world. Yeah, we are still thinking, we are still keeping track of the news and everything that's happening. Maybe we have kids or pets at home. So for a few moments, let's just sit. Let's just be as we are. Just relaxed. And then slowly start to see if you can make yourself a little more comfortable. Can you relax your knees? Can you lift the spine? Can you release the shoulders? What about the lower jaw? Are your eyes softly closed? Are your hands relaxed? And then once again, just start to breathe. Slightly deeper, a little longer. Just in and out through the nose. Resisting the urge to fidget too much. And then right here, we'll start with a very simple meditation I like to do, just as a way to come into my body, because our mind is constantly far away, traveling, thinking, planning. And I like to come into the body completely before we begin our moving practice. So as you sit here, I want your awareness to sort of drift down towards your toes. Don't open your eyes, don't try to look at them, just feel your toes. Maybe even wiggle them a little bit. Can you feel all your toes? And then relax them. And then let your awareness move up to the ankles. Sense both your ankles. See how they're feeling. Traveling up to the calves. It's possible to kind of flex your calves a little. And then let them go. Relax. Moving up to the knees. Just feel them. See where they are with your mind's eye. Travel up to the quads, your thighs. Maybe one at a time. See if you can kind of flex the thigh muscles. Just subtly. Moving up to your hips. Take a breath to relax those hips. They hold a lot of emotion. Softly moving up to your belly. Taking a big inhale. Feeling the expansion in the belly. And then exhale. up to your chest and your collarbones as they lift up and drop with every breath. Sense them. For a moment, travel down to your fingertips. And again, don't open your eyes, don't look at them. But can you just sort of find a subtle, small tapping movement if they are dropping down? Or just a little flicker of movement in your fingers. And exhale. Relax. And then the arms, the biceps. Finally, the shoulders. Soften the throat. Relax the tongue. Release the lower jaw and the space between the eyebrows. And then just right here, let's take 3 full breaths of complete awareness of this entire physical body. From your toes up to the top of the head. Inhale. Exhale. And one more inhale. Exhale. And then from this being completely present in our bodies, let's start to move our hands to join our palms together. And begin our practice like we always do here in the studio. 3 Om chants. Inhale. Drop your hands down. Let's give ourselves a little forward fold here. Just softly reach forward as you start to open the eyes. Take a moment, find a little sway side to side in the body. And then extend your fingertips over towards your right. And take your left a little further away if you can to extend and reach. And fingertips of your left hand grip the ground and pull back a little bit. Release that and move your hands over all the way to the left. Extend your right a little further. Grip with your fingertips and pull back. When you come back to the center, walk your hands back. And then for a moment, bring your fingertips behind you. And press the shoulder blades in, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest and press the hips forward. Drop the head back and then exhale, release it. We'll take the blocks out, the blankets out from underneath us and move. Bring our hands and knees down as always. Take a moment here. Knees hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart, right under the shoulders with your wrists. Fingers spread apart as well. And then take a moment. Toes can be tucked in or stretched out. And you'll start to lift the tailbone, drop the belly. Lift the chest, draw the shoulders back. Take that inhale and stay here. And then exhale. Inhale again. And with the next exhale, you'll start to pull the navel up, drop the tailbone, push the ground away. So the cat shape. And then take a full breath here as well. Exhale. And then start one breath, one movement. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, pull the navel up, push the ground away. One more. Exhale. And then start to press the hips back towards the right and the back here towards your heels. Take it over to the left. So you're starting to make big circles, but super slow ones. Starting to press your left hip point forward and then over to your right. And then 2 more, just like that. Big circles, but no hurry, just big and slow. Yeah, maybe you've moved a lot in the past couple of days and maybe you haven't. In either case, we start by just checking into the body. You start slow so that we can pick it up and know how everything is doing. When you do 3 times one direction, you'll start to move in the opposite, big circles. Grip with your fingertips when you move towards the top of the mat and pull it back. 2 more. Make it as smooth and as big and slow and sweet as you can. 1 more. And then finally, you'll stop right back towards the back. Yeah, bring your toes a little closer, move your knees a little further apart. Walk your hands forward, and then start to drop the chest down into a sort of melting heart, but more like a melting heart child's pose hybrid. You can drop the forehead down or drop the chin down if you feel up to it. Take a breath here as well. And then inhale, roll round the spine up. Your knees stay wide apart. Walk your hands back so they're under the shoulders. Bring your big toes to touch. And then you'll start to extend the chest forward past your fingertips. So allow your fingertips to grip the mat like you're holding on to fistfuls of sand. And then press it back so your hips start to touch the heels. Again, inhale, come back. And pass the fingertips, lean forward. Exhale, back to hips to heels. The next time you come up, you're going to move forward, but start to lift your feet up. And then when you move it back, drop your toes down, push your hips back. Again, 1 more just like that. Just lean forward, let the feet lift up, the big toes touch, and then exhale, let's it back. The next time you do this, you're going to come up, let the feet lift up, but you will extend the chest forward and down halfway. Press it up and push it back. Just 1 more like that. Inhale. Lean forward all the way or halfway down. Press it up and then back. And then pause right here. Release the arms. Keep your elbows down, take your hands off the ground, your forehead is on the ground, and see if you need to squeeze your wrists out and kind of get them moving a little. Hold on to one wrist, make a fist of that hand and give your wrist a nice circle or 2, and then switch. And then release it all the way back down. You're going to bring the knees back underneath the hips. And then stretch your right leg back behind you, point the toes in, and extend the heel down. Really strong extension so you feel that whole leg start to wake up. And then bring it back in. Extend your left leg back on the ground. Yeah, toes tucked in, heel is trying to press down towards the ground. And this time, keep that so strong, push the ground away, pull the navel in, let the gaze extend forward, and then take your right leg back as well. So you're in a plank now. Just pause, push the ground away, use your core, spread your shoulders wide. 1 more full breath. And then exhale, start to lift the hips up, take a step forward, heading towards downward facing dog. Adjust it. Start to bend and straighten opposite knees, really pressing the legs straight. And then switch. And then a few more times for fun. And to check in with the back of the legs. And then come back to a neutral downward facing dog. Bend the knees slightly, lift your tailbone up, lengthen the spine.
And then lift your right leg up to the sky. For the first one, just open it. See where it wants to go. That means let the right hip open a little if it wants to. Feel the stretch. Release the left heel down as much as you can towards the ground. And then start to close that right hip. So start to lift the right leg up, but the inner line extends higher. It's like the big toe round wants to touch the ceiling. Then finally exhale, bend the knee, roll it forward towards the top, and then place the foot down close to your right hand. Release your left knee down. Find a nice low lunge here for a good 3 breaths. And draw the shoulders back if you need to. Draw the right hip back a little bit. Melt the left hip point a little lower. And then as you exhale, you lean back, straighten out the right leg. Bring your hands back underneath the shoulders. Bring your left knee under the left hip. Keep your right toes down. And then inhale, fingertips into the ground. Lift the chest up. Exhale, ripple forward, fold. If you need to place your right hand on top of your toes, do it. And then again, inhale, rise up, bend the front knee, reach forward. This time, if you're ready, your hands can come off the ground. They can also stay where they are. And reach the arms up. If you like to interlace your fingers and point your index fingers for Kali Mudra, do that. If you'd like to keep your hands apart, that's fine as well. Take a big breath. Exhale, sweep your hands out wide, and then all the way down. This time as you lean back, lift the toes up all the way. Bring your hands back under the shoulders. Inhale as you lengthen the spine, extend the chest, and exhale as you ripple forward. I know chin to shin is important to say for me. Inhale, lift the chest, put the foot back down, move your hands forward, tuck your left toes, lift that left knee off the ground. Step it back, take a downward facing dog. Walk the dog, take a moment, and then lift that left leg up. Again, give it a little space, a little freedom, and then release the right heel back down. Close that left hip. Left big toe lifts up a little higher. One more full breath. And then exhale, bend the knee, roll forward, move that left knee forward and foot down. Release your right knee down. Melt into your nice deep low lunge. Again, draw the shoulders back. Bring your feet into each other, towards each other, so you're not opening up too wide. And then exhale, lean back. Draw the left hip back. Bring your hands back, fingertips pressing into the ground. Lengthen the chest. Exhale, ripple forward. Belly to thigh, chin to shin. Fingers press your left toes down if you want it. And then inhale, bend the knee again. Reach forward. And this time prepare to take your hands off. Anjaneyasana, lift. Take a breath. Find a little movement if you like. And then exhale, sweep the arms out wide, all the way down. Lean back, lift the left toes, walk your hands back. Extend the chest on your inhale. Exhale, fold, ripple forward, chin to shin. Inhale, bend the knee, slide your hands forward, tuck your back toes, lift that knee up, and then step it back to downward facing dog.